I left my boyfriend for my husband. And I don't know what's been taking me so long to talk about it because we be so quick to talk about the seasons of suffering and waiting and pain. But we be slow to talk about the seasons where there's a overflow. And suddenly, God did this for me. And suddenly, my life looked like this. And suddenly, I was in alignment with God. Things begin to.
What? Listen, bro. This woman just did one dude dirty because she caught feelings for another dude. So she dismissed him and like I'm gonna roll with him. So instead of facing her reality, her actions of what she did, she's saying that, oh, this is what God wanted. Wow. This is let me tell you about an app called Free Cash. Free Cash is the number one app worldwide allowing users like yourself to make money off their phone for free. If you want to make $200 plus a week for free, download using my link in the description or the QR code on the screen. If you download now for free using my link or QR code, you will get a free $5 into your account for free. That's $5 for free, no requirements. So download Free Cash today to make easy, quick, and free money. God's work. That's how crazy birds like this are. Because instead of taking accountability and facing their reality, facing their truth, they will make up some shit in their head just to thrive in their delusion. So now she's saying this is God after she just did a man dirty. And you know what's so sad, bro? Fellas, the same way you pulled that woman is the same way you're gonna lose her. If you watch that woman do her previous guy dirty, why would you think she's gonna do you anything different? Come on, man.
Be aligned. I'm fulfilled. There's peace. There's joy. I feel complete. I feel whole.
This
Why
shit
don't we
is
be in a rush to
crazy.
talk about those seasons when God really started overflowing, overpouring out the blessings? Things that you don't even deserve. You
Yo,
don't even, I don't deserve it. Sometimes I ask God, like, why did you do it for me? But then I look at his word that says that my love is unwavering. I'm
yo.
faithful. Before I even formed you in your mother's womb, I knew you. Your whole life is already predestined. I know what you need. I knew what you were going to do before I chose you. But
Bro.
these are the things that I have for you because I love you. Y'all, I was dealing with a man that I knew was not in alignment with where God is taking me. I knew I was worth way more than what that man was giving me. I knew I was settling. I was compromising my faith. I was shrinking myself small. I was falling back.
Man, stop it, bro. Fellas, a bird will always jump ship if she finds a better option. That's the thing, bro. A bird will never be loyal. This is why I always tell you guys, if a woman likes you because you got money, if she meets a guy with more money than you, and maybe he's more taller than you, she's gonna go. If she likes you because she thinks you're attractive and she meets a guy who is more attractive than you and he got more money than you as well, she's gonna go. That's the thing about a bird. A bird only loves the benefit of a man. Birds lacks what it takes to love a man. So they could never be loyal to a man. They are only loyal to an opportunity. And based on the fact that she did some bird shit and left a dude for a better opportunity, instead of facing her truth, right? She's, oh God, this is what God wanted. And that's how wild these women are, bro. Instead of looking themselves in a mirror, They will thrive in that delusion, and it's crazy.
To my old ways from being with this man. This man was leading me back to sin.
Yo,
And ultimately, I was putting that man before myself. I was people pleasing. I wasn't walking like I was a daughter of a king. I
bruh.
wasn't acting like I was a daughter of a king. Like I'm more precious than rubies. I wasn't acting like that I didn't know that my father loved me so much that he count the hairs that's on my head. I wasn't. I was shrinking myself small, knowing that the type of woman that I am, the type of woman that God has called me to be, I'm meant to be the brightest light in the room. I am meant to
Yo.
shake up every atmosphere that I walk into, that I enter into. Even just my presence is meant to reveal the revelation of God.
Mm-hmm.
I know the type of woman that God has called me to be is going to require me to be in full alignment, 100%, full surrender, holy, walking in righteousness, pure, clean. I know these things. So when I tell y'all, when my husband came, it was not nothing to think about. It was not nothing to ponder on. It was not no doubt, no worry, no nothing. And we think that we have to be ready for our purpose partner. We think that we have to be ready for our kingdom spouse. But God is so good, is that He know what we need.
Yo, this is crazy. This is how a bird sounds when she finds her sucker. Now, fellas, understand something, right? The last stop for a bird is always the church. That's when a bird will find God all of a sudden. And what happened with this chick, bro? She moved from one sucker to a bigger sucker. That's all it really is. And not one time is she saying, damn, I wasted uh, my ex boyfriend's time. I wasted his energy. I wasted his money. I was never into him the whole time. What she's saying, oh, I settled. He's this, he's that. She's just trying to justify her actions because deep down inside, she know what she did was wrong. But instead of facing that, a bird will make up a bunch of excuses. Oh, I settled. I deserve better. But you just wasted this man's time. That's crazy. Like, yo.
I really think if that man wouldn't have found me when he did, I would already be down that path of destruction because I was this close. I
Yo.
think if that man didn't find me when he did,
This shit is
there was no way I
crazy.
was going to be able to do the things that God has called me to do. There was no way I was going to be able to take on all the things that the Lord has called me to. There was no way I was going to have the capacity. God knows what we need. He knew that I needed a man to come in my life and love me like Christ loved the church. He knew. I was so used to settling and compromising my faith because throughout my whole entire life, I'd never seen a godly man. I've never had a godly man. I've never encountered.
I knew it, bro. It's the same play every time. It's the same play every time, fellas. When a woman, like I just said, like once a woman is past the prime, she's gonna find church because that's her last stop. You know what, man? Let me go to church so I could find my husband. Let me act like I'm holier than thou, so he's gonna like me. Let me learn the scripture so I could pretend with him. That's how dangerous these women are, bro. They will pretend to find God just to find a sucker. It's crazy out here, man.
I've never encountered a godly man, not a husband, not what it looks like in a household, not in a father, not in a partner, none of the things. The Lord know what I needed when I needed it. Because I was this close from choosing and picking the wrong man and settling for a life that God didn't promise me. God didn't have that for me. So, y'all, I don't know why I felt led to come on here and say this today. I felt led to come on here and say this. And it's so crazy because people are going to say, oh, you married? When did you get married? When did you get married? Listen, I want y'all to come back to this video and watch what God do in my life. Watch this move of God because I know that this is my husband and he knows that I'm his wife. Watch this move of God because when you know, you know. Be obedient, be faithful. When you know that it's
Wait, the whole time she's not even married? Wow. So she just left her boyfriend for another dude, but in her mind, this is my husband. He's gonna marry me. That's the mindset of a bird, bro. And it's sad. It really is, man. This is the type of shit they will always do, fam, because they are some opportunists. Wow, son, this is just crazy.
a God thing, that it's a God move in your life, don't hesitate with that. Drop off whatever needs to be dropped off in order to follow the will of your Father. Let go of everything that holds you back from doing the will of your Father. So, yes, I left my boyfriend for my husband. And that's probably one of the best decisions I could have ever made in my entire life.
Man, shut your bird ass up, man. Let's see. Let's check out her profile, man. This right here is crazy, bro. But this is the type of games these women be playing. That's why I always tell you guys, man, you gotta be careful out here because a bird will waste your time. And you have to understand a bird main objective is to find a sucker, power up, drain his energy, and return back to the streets. Now, I'm pretty sure she left her boyfriend after she was done draining his energy. And when he's probably like going through a rough time in life, that's when it's like, huh, let me dismiss him. I found better. That's all this really was. But see, deep down inside, a bird will always feel guilty for her actions, but instead of taking accountability, what she's going to do is deflect. What she's going to do is all of a sudden, no, it got to be God. This is what God wanted for me. This is what happens whenever a bird is faced with guilt. They will never, never keep it real. Instead, they will always hide and dodge and deflect. It's nasty, bro. Let's check out her profile, though. What the? Oh, and then she's also a travel nurse. So y'all already know what time it is, man. Y'all already know. That should speak for itself. Yeah, look at the energy. Yo, nah, bro. Damn, son. This is why I be trying to tell y'all, man. These women are who they are, bro. You have to pay attention to the signs. That's the thing about life, yo. The answer is always in front of us. All you gotta do is pay attention to results, statistics. It's real, bro. When it comes to a bird, the signs are always there, even if us as men want to ignore it. Even if you want to ignore the signs, but the signs are always there, man. Look, it is what it is, man. Fellas, be wise out here, bro. For real. This is what you
Yo,
want.
imagine
Imagine
him
him
in a
in a
hospital
hospital
trying to
trying to
deal
deal
with
with
and the
and
baby's coming out.
fellas, again, focus on yourself. That's what it is.